And Bethany, I don't see, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
So welcome to yet another virtual Earth Day event. So everyone thinks, energy and energy efficiency when you start talking about ways to save the environment. So we absolutely wanted to reach out to our friends at MetEd, and we are thrilled to introduce Jen Rivera from MetEd. And she's going to give us a little bit of a background on what the heck MetEd is, but also kind of what the opportunities are for us to actually save money by reducing our energy use. So Jen, welcome to the virtual Earth Day.
Well, thank you. And thank you for the invitation. I'm excited to be here.
Ah, wonderful, wonderful. So tell us who the heck you are and what's this MetEd thing we see every once in a while?
So my name is Jennifer Rivera. I work in external affairs at MetEd. MetEd is a local utility. We are strictly a distribution company. So we provide not all the power for MetEd, for Berks County, but MetEd provides quite a bit of it. You have PP&L and MetEd are your primary distribution companies in Berks County.
What the heck do you mean by distribution company? Like, I just want my lights to come on. What's a distribution company?
Well, we handle the poles and the lines. So when you look out your window, if you see a pole and a line, that's the distribution component that I'm talking about.
Very good. So my monthly electric bill, I'm paying you to deliver the electricity to my house, but someone else is creating the electricity.
Exactly. However, if you're not a shopping customer, we will be your provider of last resort. So we actually go out and bid for that power, and then we pass that on to our customers who are not shopping customers.
Very cool. So you have the wires to my house, but I can buy the electrons on those wires from anybody I want.
Correct.
Including you.
We are not a supplier. We are not in that business any longer. We are strictly distribution in this area.
Very cool. Thank you, Jen. I know we chatted about that before we went live. It's just always interesting to me how these things work. So, well, I know that you were kind enough to pull a couple of PowerPoint slides together, and we promise everyone they're not boring. But why don't you start with just kind of a quick overview of energy efficiency and MetEd and how you guys got into this space. So I know you've got a PowerPoint. If you'll pull it up, our magical co-host Bethany is going to work her magic in the background. And we can see that first slide. Thank you, Jen.
You're welcome. So we do have energy efficiency programs at MetEd. And we have programs that are available to our business customers, our governmental customers, and our residential customers. However, to be eligible, you have to have MetEd as your distribution company. That's the way these programs work. So we do support energy efficiency and conservation options that make sense for our customers. One thing I will tell you, if you're a customer, you're paying for these energy efficiency programs as well. So I really do encourage people to take advantage of the programs that make sense for them.
Very cool. So given that you're just the distribution company, what's the incentive for MetEd to help us all reduce our energy use?
Well, it is the right thing to do, but also we are mandated to have energy efficiency programs and reduce consumption. The thought behind this is that hopefully we won't need to continue to build power plants, generations, stations. There's more electricity use today than ever. If you think about it, everybody has an iPhone or some kind of tablet. Consumption has increased drastically over the years. At this point, we've kind of plateaued. However, there are studies that show if we continue at the rate that we have with new technological advances like electricity running motor vehicles, our consumption would go up. So we're trying to find ways to reduce that and conserve. And ultimately, hopefully the bottom line is it helps you as a consumer save money.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think about that, but you're right. When we all have our electric vehicles and stuff, you guys have to distribute a lot more electricity so we can power up our cars.
Exactly.
Aha, very cool. All right. Well, thank you so much. And I know we were kind of talking, you've got some rebate programs and things that you manage so that people like me or anyone watching, if we, I don't know, buy a new refrigerator or something, we can get a discount or something. Can you show us
Sure.
some of those slides and walk us through?
Let me talk a little bit about that. I'm happy to say that last year, over half of our customers participated in some type of energy efficiency program that we offered. We have a home performance program. It actually provides audits and rebates towards implementing audit recommendations. So you actually apply to have an audit, and then someone comes into your home and they look at ways that you can save and conserve and also make suggestions on how to get there. And
Whoa, that's awesome. Wait a minute. So how do I sign up for that?
you want to log on to our website, which is www.energysavepa.com. And that will have the link on how you start the process of getting a home energy audit.
Wonderful. And that website again was what?
www.energysavepa.com.
Nice. Thank you. And I didn't mean to interrupt. You were still talking. I just got fascinated.
Well, I do want to point out that even during COVID, these programs have continued. They're taking the appropriate precautions, but you can still apply for a home energy audit if that is of interest of you.
Excellent. And then the appliance turn-in and rebates, what's that all about?
So the appliance turn-in program really is a refrigerator turn-in program. So if you have an old refrigerator that may be using lots of electricity and you would like to change it out, maybe you have two refrigerators and you've decided you don't need two refrigerators and you're going to go down to one. We have an appliance turn-in program that if you sign up for that, they'll come and pick up that refrigerator as long as it meets the size criteria. And if you're going to do that and you have an old window air conditioning unit laying around as well, you can get that turned in. We'll pick it up and we'll send you a check.
Whoa. I like the idea of the energy company sending me a check. That's pretty cool. Excellent. What else do we need to know about any of these residential customer programs?
Well, we also have rebates available. So if you're going to replace that refrigerator with an energy efficient refrigerator, you can also apply for a rebate to help offset the cost of that. We have central air rebates. Again, they have to meet the energy saving criteria, but we have a portfolio of rebates. If you log on to our website, there's definitely more details. Currently, we also have instant discounts on lighting. So for example, if you go to Home Depot or Lowe's, there are some energy efficient light bulbs that are already discounted. You don't have to show them that you're a customer, they're on their shelves, and if you pick them up, they're already discounted rebates.
Nice, very cool. And what was the website again so to get you to send me a check?
www.energysavepa.com. And
I really like that idea.
Remembering that, you can go on First Energy's website and there'll be a link to that page as well.
Very good. Thank you. And what are some of the other ways that people like me can reduce our bills or save some money?
Well, you can participate in one of the programs, but before we move on to that, I do want to make note that if you are building a new home, that home builder also has incentives to improve energy performance with our new residential construction program. And then we also have a low income component called WARM. The object of that program is to make the home warmer, safer, drier, and that is geared towards our low income customers.
Very good. And how are we defining what a low income customer is?
It has to do with the federal poverty rate and depending on the size of the family. Again, those details are all on our website. So you'd be able to determine before you fill out an application if you qualify.
Yeah, Very good. I like it. I have to say, I love saving the planet and I love reducing my contributions to global warming, but I also really, really like saving money. And the concept of you guys mailing me a check, I can't get past that. That's kind of exciting. So what else do we need to know?
Well, a simple, easy tool that you don't need any assistance for is our Home Energy Analyzer program. That's on our website, and I have it up on the screen as well, the www.energysavepa.com website. You log in and it helps you analyze your home's usage, and then we'll give you some tips on how you might want to go about reducing usage, whether it be replacing something or just simple things that you can do to help lower that electric bill. Also, on our website, we have information. It's called More Than 100 Ways to Improve Your Electric Bill. And it's very interesting. Simple things that had never occurred to me before I looked at that brochure. Second, refrigerators that are put in garages actually really draw a lot of power in the summer months because your garage typically heats up. So a tip there was, if you have a basement, maybe you want to consider putting that extra refrigerator, if you need one, in the basement versus the garage.
Aha, very good. So I am fascinated with this idea that MetEd's going to come to my house and help me lower my electric bill. Will you also come to my house and make my teenagers turn off the lights when they're not in the room?
No, in fact, if you figure that one out, please let me know.
Very cool. So I think that might be all of our slides. Was there anything else that you wanted to share with us?
No, I do want to point out that the programs that I discussed are going to end May 31st of 2021. However, a new suite of programs rolls out June 1st. But the reason I'm pointing out the deadline is because if you decide next week to purchase an energy efficient refrigerator, in order to qualify for a rebate, because it was purchased in this program year, you have to hurry up and get that rebate application in.
So I want to make sure that's clear then to everybody. So if I buy my refrigerator the last week in May, I better turn in my paperwork really, really fast to beat that May 31st deadline.
Yes, they do allow a little float in the days, but the important thing there is I don't know what rebates are actually going to be offered after June 1st. So they're going to look at when you purchased that appliance to see what dollar amount you qualify for as well. Okay.
Oh, that's good to know. Thank you so much. So I am fascinated with this whole idea again that the electric utility company is helping me lower my electric bill. But I'm also fascinated, Jen, that you kind of pointed out part of it is because we're all going to increase our demand for electricity once we start driving our, climate-friendly electric vehicles. So that makes sense.
Yes, that's what they're expecting, that demand will continue to rise as we have more advances in technology, even electric motor-driven forklifts. That's another example, driving up electric usage.
Very, very cool. So anything else we should know from the kind of the MetEd perspective before I ask you about how you're going to celebrate Earth Day?
From the MetEd perspective, I would encourage everyone to take advantage of these programs. They are, paid for through your rates. So I would highly suggest, if you're considering upgrading or turning in an appliance, to use these programs.
Very cool. Thank you. Thank you. And what are your plans for Earth Day, other than, of course, this wonderful virtual Earth Day event? What else do you have planned?
Well, I'm actually looking forward to volunteering, doing quite a few things at MetEd. We have quite a few initiatives with planting trees throughout the area.
We love it. Thank you very much. And shade trees are another way one can lower an electric bill. So
right, exactly.
that sounds wonderful, Jen. Well, before we close, just if you would, just wish everybody a happy Earth Day, and I'll do the same, and then we'll wave goodbye to everyone.
Well, happy Earth Day.
Happy Earth Day, everyone. Have fun.
Bye.
Bye. And I guess you can close, Beth.